Two teams will need their quarterback and lead their offenses on the gridiron today. It's the Cowboys going up against the Chiefs. With that, we're up to Arrowhead Stadium City, where we welcome in our broadcasters, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Larry, as always, it is a frenzied stadium in Kansas City. Coming up, we've got a good match. Matchup on tap between the Dallas Cowboys and the Kansas City Chiefs. They'll come out in the pistol. On 1st and 10, Smith. And his first pass is incomplete. The veteran Jeremy Maclin was the intended target. And now it's 2nd down. And certainly a key cog in this offensive wheel is Jeremy Maclin.
You've just got to find ways to get him the ball, whether you put him in the slot or put him out on the perimeter.
Back to the air, Smith on 2nd down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. And a look at the defense for the Cowboys.
Morris Claiborne is a former first-round pick at quarterback with skills that can match up with anyone when he's at his best.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They're going to go for it. It's Smith. They find some open field here. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. It'll be a gain of 24 on the play. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. They'll need to get the play off quickly. Now it's the Princeton man. This is Spencer Ware. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
On 2nd down, here's Smith. And this one, Kelsey.
There are certain words that sometimes we overuse, but there's one that's really welcome on a player's resume, and that's the word breakout. And I thought Travis Kelce was one of the breakout stars of 2016 in the NFL. What a season he had with Kansas City.
Over 1,100 yards. Now, to put that into perspective with everybody else that was catching the football for them, the next closest had 593 for the Chiefs. So, breakout year indeed.
And for me, it's how he did it, because he did it in a variety of ways. Whether he's an inline tight end, a guy who could split out and really become a wide receiver, and then when he caught the ball, he ran like he was a running back.
And they do exactly what they wanted to. Opening drive, they get into the end zone, they do it on the ground.
And not only is the person lugging the ball happy, of course, because he got it into the end zone, how about the offensive linemen and receivers who are blocking for him? They have to feel great about themselves, sticking it in the end zone on a running play.
The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line.
first play of the drive. Let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
And some options here for the offense on 2nd and 2. Again, it's Elliott. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
Well, we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36.
Let's just go ahead and go back through that play with his eyes, because he's got to read his keys. Run or pass right off the top. You're probably going to read an offensive lineman to see if he sets up in pass protection, if he fires out for a running play. The next thing is you're going to check and see what the back's going to do, and if he ends up with the football, okay, now you got to check and see. Does an offensive lineman come downfield and try and block you? Are you going to try to elude him? Are you going to take him on and hold your spot? What are you going to do? In this case, didn't have to do any of that. Saw all of his keys, saw the play in front of him, and ran clean to the ball carrier and finished off the play.
They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
No matter how you evaluate quarterbacks, at some point arm strength is going to come into the conversation. I'm really impressed by what I saw on that throw on the out route.
A first down carry by Elliott. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Prescott now from the 50. Being chased out left. Now he'll throw deep. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Mark. Peters. They'll start the drive with Jamal Charles. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set him up.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Here's Smith now on 2nd down. And this is complete on the comebacker. It's Macklin. And give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
As if he didn't have enough to think about on that route, the comeback route, coming back to the football and catching it, decided to make sure he toe-tapped and kept himself in bounds.
And that was spectacular, but on the comeback route, maybe a little easier to deal with the sideline since you've got better vision of it?
I think that's a great point, because you should know exactly where you're going and know how much space you have and make sure you get your feet down. But, yeah, coming back to the football, I like it. Good vision.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now, because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Here's Smith looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space, because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. Travis Kelce, the Pro Bowl tight end, the intended target, and it's 2nd down.
got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and get some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
Charles, the low setback. Macklin, the man in motion right. He's going to get the football. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
One thing that you find out on a sweep play is the fortitude of the people running it. Because that is a run, and then there's some contact when you finally get to the edge. And those guys who can hold that point of attack and hold up on that contact, they create the plays that we just saw there. Really nice play by the defensive guys.
And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many out. They just did, and they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
They are going for it. It's Smith. He's going to let it go again. This is intercepted. Picked off by Brandon Carr. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Chiefs defense.
Eric Berry's the textbook definition of ball-hawking safety. You name it, he can do it on the football field.
Let's see what the offense comes with here. 2nd and 8. They'll come out in the pistol. 2nd down, Prescott. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
Eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. So on 4th down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. Back deep for Kansas City, DeAnthony Thomas. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They'll run it with Elliott. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. Again, we'll see the pistol here. In motion right, Macklin. A 1st down carry here for Charles. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line. Byron Jones in there to make the tackle.
And that's exactly what you want on a 1st down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
On 2nd down, Jamal Charles. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Jamal Charles taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Chiefs add on to their lead. And it's good to make it 14-0. Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Now it's Lucky Whitehead on the return. And out of bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 12 yards on that one. It earns them a fresh set of downs.
I don't want to downplay the run, but that's exactly what I expected out of him coming out of college. When I look back at my draft analysis, one of the highest-rated players on my board, a three-down back who can do everything. And one of the best parts of his game is what he does when he doesn't have the football, because he carries it really well, but he blocks equally as well as pass protects for his quarterback. I think he's going to be special.
Here's a direct snap to Elliott. And the gadget package there won't do much for him. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. A couple of Chiefs there to bring him down.
No gain on that run, and while this team is down, they're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination. Maybe you just have to think about a different style of running in order to get this guy going.
Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. Bryant, the lone receiver, left. And they're going to go soft on the corners. Here's Prescott. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Dontari Poe able to use that strength and get him for a loss of 2. And I know it seems like we say this a lot in broadcast booths, but a quarterback can hold on to the football too long in these situations. I think he did right there.
Oh, I agree with you totally. Sometimes you have to understand situations. Get rid of the football, save some yardage to make it less to gain for the next down. Instead, he was so hipped on ball security, he held on to it and took a big sack.
And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times, because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. He's going to be hit and driven into the turf. Derek Johnson leading the surge there. He drops him for a loss of 6. So a big sack on 2nd down. Now let's see what the offense has in store for 3rd. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. 3rd and long for Prescott. And that is incomplete. He was looking for Terrence Williams that time. And that'll bring up a 4th down.
As a general rule, receivers love the comeback route because it puts them right in the sight lines of the guy throwing the ball. But in this case, the defenders saw it and were able to knock it away.
They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down.
Let's go!
Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. And not a typical move here. Instead of a punt, the offense is going to try to go for it.
Let's go! Flex round! Flex round!
Prescott to throw on 4th. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. And out come the Chiefs now. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan, and Thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to let this one go deep. It's caught at the 10. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 69 yards. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead. And it is now 21-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. This is taken at the 3. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
Well, you mind if we go off topic for a second?
No, let's
you know
go.
I like to do that
Let's
randomly. AFC playoff contenders for this year that didn't make it last season. Who do you have that might get in?
Well, I think Cincinnati's got to be considered there. Maybe they'd have an offseason that's calm, and they go into this season and try and get back to the playoffs where they've been perennials. How about Denver?
Yeah.
Remember last year, they didn't have the quarterback to start. Trevor Siemian played pretty well overall, but maybe they can get solidified there and ride that strong defense right back into the playoffs. I'm going to give you a couple a little bit off the pace. Indianapolis cannot afford to squander Andrew Luck, one of the better young quarterbacks in the game. They've got to get back to the playoffs. And Buffalo, brand new head coach, brand new people running the ball club. Let's see if they can figure it out, because I think defensively they can be awfully strong.
Come on, let's go. Check 3.
2 minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to Arrowhead after this. Again, we'll see the pistol here.
Let's go. Ohio.
A second down throw for Prescott. And he will find his man on the outside. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. One man in the backfield, Elliott. He'll get the football here. A strong running. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
It's an 8-yard pickup, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42.
And while it didn't work very well on that play, defenders on 3rd and short know it's going to be a quick read. And really, the quarterback's just going to turn around and hand it off. So that way, you're able to diagnose the play and try and get to the point of attack. But when you're dealing with a fullback, it's hard to knock him backwards.
Prescott on 1st down. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Here we go. 38. Let's go.
They'll try to throw now. Prescott, flush to his right. Now on the run, he'll throw it back deep over the middle. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Brandon, what we just saw there is something we hear from coaches throughout the league. How are you going to defend what they call the moment of truth ball, meaning a 50-50? The ball's in the air, defender's there, receiver's there. Who's going to make the play on the football? And in this case, the defensive guys actually got it done and knocked it away.
The give to the fullback on the dive. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. Now, whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. And the offense readies for play number 10 of this series. They go play action here on first down. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. And the Chiefs now getting set to go. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
They come out here in the eye. After the interception, here's Smith. He's got time in the pocket. He's going to loft one deep. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. And out now come the Cowboys. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out. Sometimes it looks pretty simple, batting the ball away, but oftentimes there's some pretty good teaching and practice that goes into it. Being able to get to the receiver, not interfere, and get his hands through the football and knock it away.
Now he's going to let it go, and for the reception, a great read, and it's picked off. And actually, Larry, hold that thought. We're right back to the action. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Cowboys now as he'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
And now they're in the hurry-up.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Bryce Butler, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down.
On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
Prescott now from the 50. Going down the middle, and it's complete. A good pickup there, a 22. And quickly, they get to the line. Prescott looks to throw on first. He's got time. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Second down, offense behind the sticks here. 2nd and 13. A give to Elliott. Give him 2 yards that time, and it's going to leave him with a 3rd and 11 situation.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5 on 3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
And they'll be in search of 11 yards here on third down.
Let's go. 38.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. On third down, it's Prescott. And my goodness, another interception. A great read, and it's picked off. And the return will stop right around the 25. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see when they decide to do a play calling, because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Defense in a good spot. Let's see how the offense responds with a 2nd and 13 now. Kelsey out in the slot right. To throw on second down is Smith. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. His favorite target, Travis Kelsey, the intended receiver. And now it's third down.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. 3rd and long, it's Smith. And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. I'll call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you retain possession, that's all you're looking for.
Taking it about the 16. A big hitter that time in the punt game. 66 yards on the boot. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better.
They go back to the air here after the INT. And now here is another interception. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
So often you hear about teams trying to avoid the middle when they're working against a true 3-4 defense because the nose is so hard to move. Which side do you block him to? How do you get him out of the middle? Well, some teams will double team. Some teams have a good center that can move a guy. But if you can control him, that takes away whatever the rest of the force guys are trying to do to you, because once they get to the play, you usually overwhelm them with your own blockers, and that creates some space.
Smith now to throw. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. They'll run it now out of the gun. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there. The linebacker, Anthony Hitchens, there on the stop.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and end of the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't even have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it.
And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. Sean Lee able to run him down for a loss of a yard. And you would have to think an obvious passing situation here on 3rd and 9. Throwing on third down, Smith. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the sign judge, and that's good enough for a first down.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
On the ground, this is Ware. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
And that's why you see so many teams play a 3-4 defense, because that set gives you a lot of flexibility about where to bring pressure from, and it's hard for an offense to pick it up. Left side, right side, up the middle, especially with some really flexible linebackers.
So now 11 yards to go for this offensive unit. It's second down. Now Smith. They complete it to Hill. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff.
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on. 10th
carry now for Jamal Charles. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
They run it here. Ware. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. And they're going to speed things up here. Short yardage situation. Here's Charles. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th.
So the myth has been shattered. Every cornerback in the league is not just a cover corner. Some of them will stick their nose in there and make plays exactly as we just saw there. A big loss suffered by the offense after that nice tackle.
We're back now in KC. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. And we'll begin it with a field goal try here. And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good. And that stretches this lead even further. It's now 24-0. So it's 3 more points, and that widens things out even further here in the 4th.
Hey, in this league, you can never have too much. So if you're in range, grab the 3 whenever you can.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. He's going to try and go deep again. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. They run again with Ware. And that formation won't yield much here as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5. So 2nd down was a run play. Now let's see what they do on 3rd. After the run, Smith going to throw. And it's complete to Kelsey. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22.
He went full scale, loose, flexible, finding a way to catch the ball in some traffic for a key first down.
Yeah, really a nice job of adjusting to the ball in the air. Not the most accurate of throws, but able to adjust and make the grab. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. 4 yards on the pickup, and it'll make it second down.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up first and goal.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards, a good run there, and now second and goal.
But a spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get into the second score there. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Spencer Ware, his second touchdown of the night. And the Chiefs have got it on cruise control. And they're able to up the lead by one more. Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Whitehead, the return. And now here come the Cowboys. They'll come up now in the Wildcat package.
Here we go.
Wildcat look. It's Elliott. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line.
So after a run like that, I will guarantee that the head coach is saying to himself, maybe even over his headsets to the rest of the staff, where was that all game long? We needed that. That's the type of run we planned for going into the game. Didn't get much of that, but let's move it forward. Let's build on it, get ready for the next week, and let's go play.
The all-pro safety Eric Berry in on the stop. So what will they do? On the ground, through the air, let's see. 2nd and 9. Bryant, the lone receiver, left. Now Prescott drops it underneath to Elliott. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Give him 2 yards on that play. And they're going to face a third down. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. On third down, it's Prescott. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. Maybe just a lack of concentration there as he couldn't haul it in.
And when you're going across the middle like that, you know, he's running that drag route, you are conscious of all the bodies and the traffic in there. But let's face it, if you're going there, you might as well come down with the football and absorb whatever else happens after that.
Let's go. 9. Ohio.
Desperation time. Prescott on 4th. Steps away to his left. And it is incomplete. Jason Garrett might be wanting to reconsider the decision to go for it there. And the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position. And a great spot to start this drive from here. Smith going to turn and give to Charles. And he winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29. Cedric Thornton, the one that got him down.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
They come out here in the eye. Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this.
What's tight end? We got 4.
they'll keep it on the ground with Charles again. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game, but what a nice play by the defense. Stepping up on that one, maybe they'll get things going in their direction after a play like that.
Now Smith. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Now, this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest,
don't forget today.
And now here is another interception. A great read, and it's picked off. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes, get out of there.
20! And he cuts it out. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. And he'll bang that one through. Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he is going to be brought down at the 3-yard line. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. They are down big. They have not scored a single point. I don't know, are they so defeated at this point you just want to get in the locker room, get the heck out of here?
That is one way to approach it. Sometimes coaches say, that's it, okay? It hasn't worked all game. There's no sense in doing something now. Let's get out of here. No one gets hurt. But others will look at it and say, we still have an opportunity to do something.
On the line.
Exactly. You have pride on the line, execution as you look forward and get ready for your next game, and a message to your team. We're not going to quit. No matter what the battle is, we're going to finish this thing out.
And some room to work. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. So, Charles, are able to complete what so often seems to be elusive, a shutout in the NFL. And maybe what's fitting is they
felt like they could go another 60 minutes without anyone putting points on the board against them. That's the confidence you gain throughout when you're pitching a shutout. And they're going to leave the stadium feeling like they're all 10 feet tall.